Okay, we are live. We are in the place to be 747 24/7 361 degrees. I want to say peace and blessings to the family. Shout out to the Messiahs. Okay. Peace to my queen and wife, Thea Lamel, the goddess.
Thank you.
Today's host and moderator of Messiah's bookshelf. All right. This is gonna be a fun one, y'all. So let me bring something in real quick, and then I'll set up the video, and we'll begin the discussion in a minute. All right.
Up the struggle, I put them in the muzzle. No taxes, but I paid my dues. Practice on the way to school. Walking on the cactus like I act a fool. Injured from the wars, I was giving them pain. Cause you only got one man in this video game.
Shout out to the Messiahs, yo.
I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul.
Peace to all the Messiahs that's coming in
Don't
the
sell your
building.
soul.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
Let me let this rock a little bit,
Yeah,
and we're going to begin the discussion. All right.
Okay.
yeah. Right, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Hey yo, don't sell your soul. I can't sell my soul, cause I shine like gold. On the information highway.
Shout out to the Messiahs.
I'm about to reach my goal. I turned up the hustle. I burned up the struggle. I put them in the muzzle. No taxes, but I paid my dues. Practice on the way to school. Walking on the cactus like I act a fool. Injured from the wars, I was giving them pain. Cause you only got one man in this video game. Let's go. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul.
All right. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. That was one of them joints, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was a Sunday morning. And I got up early, and I was playing a track by my brother Jamar, and it just came to my head. You feel me?
Okay.
Don't sell your soul. And then
All right.
I was thinking I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. You feel me?
Yes.
Just
Definitely.
vibing out. Just vibing out. So this is day 46 of the 90-day water cleanse and healing. I should call it the 90-day water fast cleansing and healing. I don't know. It should go something like that. All right. I'm feeling good. How you feeling, Queen?
I'm feeling great.
That's what's
Feeling great.
up. We've been kicking
Yes.
butt. We passed the
Yes.
halfway mark.
Yeah, we did actually. Halfway mark was
90
yesterday,
days.
45.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
You
We
was
got to
climbing
salute to
up the
that.
ladder. You
We
was
got to salute to
climbing
that.
up the ladder, yo. Shout out to the Messiahs, man. I really hope some of the family come in that I really wanted to come in. I wanted to hear their point of view on some things. And not only that, we're going to discuss day 46 and what it's about, okay? And it's called the Mason. The Mason. All right. So, you got any questions, any whatever, any comments that you want to proceed on before I start with the build?
No,
No?
no question.
So, you know what the Mason is. So, you know what day 46 means.
Okay, so what does day 46
All
mean?
right. So here we go again. Here we go again. That's what I'm saying. Like in the Messiah Code, you learn that every day is literally it is a programmable reality in a sense. All right. You learn
Okay,
from each day. You grow from each day. All right. And it's a sequence that moves between 1 and 31, but also 1 and 99. And we learned this before, in the 141, when we was given the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All right? So when you thinking about even even more, like I said, each day is a learning process, and as you move forward, you begin to unravel the code that is speaking to you through the Messiah, or the
okay.
body, that which we call the Messiah. All right. So I have a PowerPoint presentation tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We're about
Okay,
to really get it in. We're about to know what this day
okay.
46
That's
is
something
all
great for us
about.
tonight. Okay.
I got a question though for you, Queen. Can you before I begin with the build, do you have your Master Key application 919? All right, cool. Can you please read from Master Key application 919, and let's see what it do. Let's see what it
Day
do.
46?
Yeah, day 46. Let me see if I can get you on here. I'm
Okay.
trying.
Hey, I might slaughter the name, but
What? What do you mean slaughter the name? Like what?
I'm pronouncing. But don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Okay. Day
You
46.
funny.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right.
Before we got to salute. Come on, let's do it.
Hold up. Where my water at?
Cucumber, guys. Cucumber in the
Salute.
water. It's
We
great.
going to
Salute.
salute. We going to salute. All right. We going to salute to the family. Yeah, Queen.
Yes. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So day 46, the Mason. 46 cubes equal 97,336. Nuk Bana Paha Shepa, the Walu is the Masire Kolun Haku. I build the house of the Walu. My destination is truth, supreme grand wisdom. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears her down, tears hers down. On the Mason, the statement Nuk Bana Pa Shil Pa, the Walu is the Mesere Kalun Haku. I build the house of the Walu. My destination is truth. Symbolizes the act of constructing one's life path with purpose and integrity. This is mirrored in the supreme grand wisdom. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears hers down, underscoring the importance of wisdom and foresight in our actions. This wisdom is the skill of a master builder who constructs with care and precision, knowing that every choice and action contributes to the stability and beauty of the final structure. It's about understanding that building a life based on truth requires patience, skills, and discernment. Embracing the role of the mason is about being the architect of your own destiny, carefully laying each brick of truth and wisdom to create a solid and harmonious structure, your life. It's recognizing that our choices and actions are the building blocks of our reality. Committing in this mindset is like meticulously creating a mosaic.
A
Each piece
mosaic.
represents
A mosaic. It's a mosaic.
a mosaic. What is it?
A mosaic.
A,
A
a
mosaic.
mosaic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Crafting a mosaic. Each piece representing a choice or action that contributes to the larger picture of our lives. It's about recognizing the value and impact of each decision and creating the overall pattern of our existence. The lesson of day 46, the Mason, is to be mindful and deliberate in the construction of our lives. It's about understanding that our actions have significant consequences, both positive and negative, and that building a life based on truth and wisdom is the surest way to create a lasting and fulfilling existence. This day encourages us to be wise builders, creating our lives with care, purpose, and integrity.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. That was a good one. All right, so I'm gonna smoke this one out real quick. It's really gonna be fun.
Can you speak up? Or
I said I'm Gary have a lot of fun with this build.
okay.
I'm Gary have a whole lot of fun. To be honest, because I'm gonna pull out these weapons. All right.
All right.
And as you know, we have 7 weapons that are associated with the Messiah. Okay. But let me begin. So we had the body of the Messiah. All right. Shout out to LJ Ra. LJ Ra has just El Ja
Greetings.
Ra has just entered the building.
Greetings.
Blessings.
Blessings. Greetings. Yes. Thank you for joining us.
I thank y'all for having me tonight. So what's up, family?
What's
Shout
up?
out Messiah Code.
Yo,
Shout out to
Messiah Code
everybody.
All Star.
The wave.
Ah,
That's what's up. What
shout
got going
out.
on?
Oh man, we about to build on this 46, bro.
Okay,
We
bet.
about to build on this 46. I don't know if you got your book yet, but she already read from it. And
Okay.
anyhow, I got a PowerPoint for it
Bet.
for today's build. But that's what's up, man. You in the building, man. Shout out, man. I want to hear from you, man. I want to hear what's going on with El Javra, bro.
You
Mhm.
know, I'm very blessed to be able to be alive, bro. And I just been trying to share that with people, get through all of the navigation of getting to know who I am and being able to share it. So it's been a journey, bro.
Yes.
Right, right.
When I first met you, bro, I probably was in a whole different total state of being. You feel me? So seeing you teach then, and coming out now and wanting to teach more now, first off, I want to thank you. You feel me?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, with me, doing the whole process and trying to evolve, it's kind of like trying to unlock the best version of myself so that way I could do everything I really want to do with myself, you know, and
Right.
be sincere, be authentic. So this process I've been going through, I think is very relatable to, what messiahs go through. You feel me?
Mm,
And
mm.
And I think it's such a hard story to talk about because there was all kinds of people, prophets, and people trying to help with messages, and sometimes they look at them like, oh, you don't look strong enough, or oh, this, that, or third, But I feel like the Most High or whoever anybody relates to has placed inside of me the ability not only for me to do more than possible,
Man,
but
you telling my story, bro. You telling my story. You whose story you talk about? You talk about my story, bro.
it's in the mainframe, bro.
Uh
It's in the
Yo, I got a question for you. I got a couple questions for you, man. I want to get to know you a little bit and I want to see, I want to do a build, but before I do the build, I really want to get to know you real quick and see if the people can get to know, what you're about. Question, I see you practicing martial arts and stuff like that. You always posting martial arts. And it seems like that is your driving force. So, question, what type of martial arts do you practice, my brother?
Thank you, bro. Thank you for that question because martial arts has saved my life. So
Wow.
that's the first thing I want to say. Trying to be very spiritual in a world that's not spiritual.
Mm,
Through kung fu and martial arts, I was able to discover other cultures who widened and expanded beliefs, and was able to see how they intertwine the spirituality with the physical aspect, which really was like, oh, this is what I need, you know, and
mm-hmm.
and then also, the main thing with kung fu and things of this nature, a lot of people thinks about fighting, but it's really about the health of the body, the posturing of the body. So when we get old, you know what I'm saying? When we get older and we're not using our body properly, this causes all kinds of diseases. And
That's good.
we want to have our body, right?
Yes.
So know,
Yes.
a lot of people see the fighting and the combat, but this is a sacred art of meditation,
I
of
got
healing,
I got
diet.
I got a
Yes,
question
sir.
for you. For men, do you think it's and women as well? Do you think like because men, a lot of men suffer from prostrate
Yes.
problems and different things. Do you think it's good for men to kick to exercise that blood flow down there more or less?
Well, actually, this is a challenge I was doing was called the stationary squat, the Mabu challenge.
Okay.
And so, people see that as a kung fu stance, right? They be like, oh yeah, he's doing that to fight. But honestly, there's people that's like 80 years old that still do this stance because it helps the prostrate. It
Wow.
Wow.
helps widen the hips and helps you keep mobile.
You
Yep.
think that's good for women too, bro?
Well, it's just the same. It's just the same with the women. There are women who went to China and became monks. That it's there for women too. Now, there might be slight variations because of their biology.
Okay.
But as far as doing the stances and this is the foundation of kung fu. Which is universal. It's for men, it's for women, it's for children, it's for the culture, really. But it just seems that these special people in the mountains seem to, you know, really secure it and protect it,
Okay.
you know. But it's for everybody, bro.
All right. So another question: how long you been practicing, bro? I don't know what happened to Sister Tonita. She got
Is
frozen a
she in
little bit.
here?
Hey, she got frozen a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Tony, you probably got to come back in, and then it'll bring you back. Yeah. All right, go ahead, bro. This how long you been doing this martial arts situation though? I want to
Well,
know.
You know, it's real because, you know, coming from New York, you know, we used to always wrestle and, you know, slap
You
guys.
from New York?
Yeah, from Staten
Stop
Island.
lying. Nah.
Yeah, we
Where
from
at? New York.
I'm from Staten Island. My family
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Brooklyn. So, you know,
Harlem. I'm Harlem.
building.
Harlem's finest in the building. I'm not from New York, but I'm from New York. They would think I'm from New York because it's just I live there and I've been there and I grew up there most of my life. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, talk about it, bro.
So, you know, growing up there was a little bit different. Then when I came down south, I actually kind of ended up with the crowd, the New York crowd. So I came to North Carolina, ended up with the New York crowd and was running the streets, fighting and, you know, carrying on. You feel me? But I lost my way, you know, lost my way. And I began to see people get hurt for the wrong reasons, for no reason, you know.
Right.
Disheartened me after a while because I was like, man, if we bring him, you know, to the movement, you know, but we don't know how to talk to these people. So after a while, I think I was just off course, man. Then I was in my 30s, bro, where I was like, and I was about to have my daughter.
Mm.
So it was like
Yeah, that can change a man. That
yeah,
can really change a
yeah.
man.
So I want
I
to
can
say
see
maybe
that.
about 5.5, 6 years, somewhere up in there. Um, but it was before her, really, because she's only about to be 4. So it started before then because I wanted to change. You know what I'm saying? So as I started wanting to change, I started putting stuff up on the walls. I started, you know, fighting a little bit, and then I met trainers. About, you know, a couple years of playing with it, I met trainers who was like, "Man, come on now," you know. And then when that process kicked in, me dealing with trainers and people who was deeper in kung fu, I started studying more in depth to the point where I became who I am, you know.
Right, right. So look, check this out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Another question. What made you want to be conscious with this? Because I'm hearing all of this fighting stuff and I'm hearing like, okay, you know, a lot of stuff was going on more or less, and then it changed your path, made you wanted to do something different. What made you want to go conscious? And may I ask,
That's
you
a great.
know, yeah, come on, talk to us. Just give us a little short rendition of that.
So basically, it's kind of like even when I was going that path, that wrong path, people used to sit around me for the knowledge, and I didn't understand why. I didn't understand. I was like, bro, like, what are y'all talking about? It was confusing because underneath all of the facade of the streets, you have Moorish sciences that have built and foundated the gangs, the Black Panther knowledge. Okay, and it's the gangs. You know what I'm saying? It's separated from what they're doing, and they won't tell you this. You know what I'm saying? So, all of those organizations really, I could say same thing as the Moorish science says. And basically, they represent love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice.
Okay.
Right? Streets do know that same knowledge, but they use it differently. You feel me? And I watched the creators of the people who were in the streets. Their intentions was not for those organizations to be like that, or they wouldn't have put that paperwork together like that.
That's deep.
You know, so understanding that deeper knowledge, then I started coming, like Masons would come to me like, oh, you smart. Like it was like all these special individuals that was like seen something in me, you know. And then eventually I had to see it in myself, and that's what martial arts and kung fu helped me with, you know.
I like that. I like that. That's
And
good motivation.
because, you know, I am a martial artist, but I am a creative artist. I'm a creative. And one thing that Bruce Lee said was basically martial arts is not no style, it's not nothing. At the end of the day, you're really learning to express yourself with the confidence and passion that your style is now the thing.
So you practice many styles, more than one style.
I think really at the end of the day, you become universal. It has to be because, you know, it has to be. And if one style can inform you of enough things, then that's cool. But when you go through the test You know, you'll be like, well, dad, my form don't make me prepared for this. You know, so you must break that boundary and say, hey, what do I really need in this type of situation that, you know, I have to open up to because my way might not work. So let me adapt.
I see that. I see that. You got like a couple of different fighting styles, man. That's good, man. You know, to be prepared for every and any situation, man. I really like the brotherhood that you got going on as well. I think real men, they're able to do a little bit of combat, you know, wipe the dust off and keep it going, and you know, and be a better version, you know.
Well,
So
it's different when you teach somebody how to fight and then you know you really empower them. And even if you do it in a fun way and they don't know it, it's a whole different type of bond. Yeah, it's a different type of bond. That's why I love it too, because it allows me to build with people in a way that, you know, all the knowledge and everything. It's not only that I can fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm faster, I'm everything, you know what I mean? But as we go through that process, we grow. You know what I'm saying? And you feel healed after the whole process of quote unquote fighting. You're like, yo, wait, hold on. You know?
I like that. I like that. Shout out to my brother El Jara. All right, we got another special guest that's in the building. I don't know if you met her before, my brother. Her name is Tonita Gray.
Peace,
Empress.
Queen.
Let me unmute her. Bang. Shout out. Can you speak, or can we hear you?
Can you hear us, Tonita?
You got to unmute your mic or something like that.
Yeah, can you hear us?
It said your mic isn't connected.
My mic?
No, it said her mic isn't connected.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Check your mic, Tonita.
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear you, but I mean you can hear me, but speak so we can hear you.
Now.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
I just want to let you know, Tonita, you are one of the all-stars. We can get your signal right, we can do right. We can get your signal right. Shout out to Alabama in the building. Talk to us, Tonita. Talk to us. Introduce us, man. Tell us what you do, man.
It's acting up.
It's all good. It's all good. You was really cracking up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Hear me? My connection is so bad.
We can hear you somewhat. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Good afternoon to the tribe and panel. Shout out to sister. Yeah, what up? Let's get it. All right, so Sister Tonita, can you tell us a little bit? I don't want to go on deep because I just did a questionnaire to Brother El Jara, but can you introduce yourself to the fam just a little bit?
Did we lose her?
Fell up. Yeah. We gonna say shout out to her signal, man. Because they signal
will not let her
right
be
now.
great tonight.
They would not.
It is not letting her be great tonight. Okay.
Yo, y'all. All right, let's get to the meat let's get into the meat and gravy
Try
of
it again,
tonight's
Tonita.
discussion.
You can hear me.
She said it kicked me out. Don't worry about it. You still got love. You still got Messiah code. Status. All right. So we about to have this build, bro. Like this build about to run deep. Yo, King, this build is about to run crazy deep, bro. Like, yo, I gotta smoke it out on this one. So the Messiah Codex, of course, today's date of the 90-day water cleanse is day 46. Yo, one thing I didn't ask you, bro. Yo, how is your fast going?
I'm glad you asked, bro, because I wanted to be able to be transparent and honest with everybody, right? Because along the way, my first 30 days, bro, I was stopped. I was good, bro. I was good, bro. And then about 30 to 40 days in, bro, I started messing up.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna
so,
salute you.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna
I
salute you,
just
bro. We're gonna salute you, bro.
I'm gonna be real. So, honestly, to the way you're doing and presenting this for the 90 days, bro, it's in my heart to make this my lifestyle. And
Make it
maybe
a
people,
lifestyle. Oof.
and you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm happy to have the comparison, but every time I had some sugar or something, bro, it's like,
It's his
like
confessions.
yo, for real, because it's really like you could tell the difference.
You
Mhm.
can tell the difference with your life. You can really tell the difference with your life when you get that sugar, man.
That's really
Like, oh man.
you feel like you want to pull you. It's like bad. Then when you separate yourself from it, it's almost like you become powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So the whole plan is I'm about to be everything. Got my waters and everything. So now at this point, I feel like I have to make a choice. Please respect me as your brother because I know your standard is high. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think a lot of people not going to be honest about how hard it is or how challenging. You feel me? And they going to lie. They're going to be like, yo, they might be happy that somebody said, yo, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also here to tell y'all to look at those signs because your body's telling you something, your conscience is telling you something, you know.
I
And
like it.
if you do listen, continue to listen, even if you fall, and you begin to pick back up and continue to listen, that fire that's been created through this is going to grow again.
Uh,
So I've just doing it from last year because last year I feel like I didn't make it through 90 days either. I'm real. But it stuck in me that this year, bro, it set it off for me, bro. It was the reason I was like, okay, it was alkaline water, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So
Right.
needed, bro.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
really appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? And I think you gonna see me on track. You already know. You know what I mean? But I've been wanting to talk to you about that for a little while and talk to the movement about it. Because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that was a real thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Out to the All Stars. I see you back with us, Tonina.
Yes, I'm back. I'm on my cell phone this time. I tried my laptop the first time. It does. Hello, everyone.
Ah, look at her. She got personality. That's what she come back with some fucking personality. Let's get it. I like it. I like it. Just tell us a little bit about yourself because I want to go on and talk about this little discussion we Gary have. Today's day 46 of the cleansing, so I have to more or less build on the subject and talk about what it is. But tell us about this, man. You the tax lady. You the you the tax lady, man. Talk to us. We
So,
want the hookup.
look. So, my name is Tony the Gray. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I am a tax professional, but I'm more than that. I am your motivator. I am your inspirator. I am the one who's gonna be here to support you when the times get hard. So that's rare to find. So that is who I am. I am the true speaker, the one who carries the light. So, and I'm honored to be here. So I thank you for inviting me. I thank you for the movement for inviting me. I'm just honored.
Okay, okay. Well, you looking like sexy chocolate.
Thank you.
Ah. I had to say that in front of my wife. I mean, she
Yes,
know.
Definitely looking beautiful in that yellow tonight, Queen.
yes, and you are
Empress.
You're looking beautiful also over there glowing.
That's what's up.
Root chakra, sacral chakra.
Okay. We
Yes,
getting real feng
yes,
shui with it.
yes,
Feng
Yeah.
shui.
yes.
Yo, man, let's kill it. Let's kill it with this
Okay.
information. I got y'all, man. So let's build on it. So today's the Messiah Code. All right, this the Messiah Codex is what we want to build on. All right. As you know, I'm Solar Prime Supreme 131 Lazarus Lamel. Ba 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 ba. All right. So what is a Messiah? All right. Let's answer that question. A Messiah, they say, could be a freaking promised deliverer of a Jewish nation, prophesied in the Hebrew Bible, or in a second reference of it, it says a leader or savior of a particular group or cause. So when we say Messiah, to us, it represents the second narrative, which is simply a leader or savior of a particular group or cause. All right? So we with that. Real simple, right? All right, so now moving forward, so we know the lessons, the leader, savior of a particular group or cause. All right, so in your lessons, if you follow your lessons, and this is also in the 141, excuse me, this is in the 141, y'all. This is the newer version of it, but LJ, you got the one version of the 141. But in every book, you have what is called the memorandum, and that goes to 1 through 31. That really tells people what the Messiah Code is all about. All right, so if anybody asks, the Messiah is Messiah Code, which is El Masih Ramza, is an archive of information that is, has been, and will be moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of what we call time and space. The greater consciousness of thought, the hard drive of self-awareness. How can I explain what the codex is? A combination of all matter and antimatter. In actuality, you can consider it to be a combination of all things. We call this the network or the tone of the universe. So this is simply kind of giving a thought of what the Messiah Code is about. But it actually tells you, like, we really can't explain it, because I can't explain truly what it is, because it's just it's only my rendition of it. You know what I'm saying? The universe gets to know itself through you and me. So that's what it's all about. And through us, collectively, we become the body. All right. So just further building on this concept, what you'll see is an archive. So back then it says the Messiah Code is an archive. That's why I highlighted the word, an archive. So an archive is what? A collection of historical documents or records, provided information simply about a place, institution, or a group of people. Okay? So when we talking about, the Messiah Code, it's an archive of information that is, has been, and moving, and will be moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of what we call time and space. And that was in the memorandum. This is the first portion of what is talked about in every book that is authorized by the Messiah Code movement. All right. So another thing is just building on these concepts. A movement. What is a movement? A movement is an act of changing physical location or position of having this changed. All right, that's a movement. But also a movement is a group of people working together to advance their shared political or social or artistic ideas. So I don't want people to think this is a cult, some Messiah Code. No, the cult was played out in the 80s and stuff like that. No, this is simply a movement, which is a group of people working together to advance their shared political, social, or artistic ideas. And a lot of us are artists, a lot of us are musicians, a lot of us have different things that we're into that expresses the nature of our creativity. So this is who we are, and this is us coming together representing the movement. All right. So let's continue to build, man, because this is really cooking. This is day 46. So day 46 is called the Mason. Now, the body goes from 1 through 31. This the gesture for it to represent that. All right. We utilize sacred symbols just like anybody else uses symbol, because symbols are eternal. Eternal. Like people interpret them symbols from different cultures without words, and the symbol gives them a feeling or expression on how to interpret what it means. So it's constantly growing. That's why we deal with symbols. So the Masons also deal with symbols as well. They deal with a lot of symbolism in their fraternity, as well as the sorority. You know, the Eastern Stars and various other sects that come from the Freemason stock. All right. So I'm not here to teach you. I'm going to say this too. I'm not here to teach you about Freemasonry. That's not my purpose, because I'm not here to admit that I am a Mason or deny that I am not a Mason. That's not my position. My position here is just to give you some information. All right. And hopefully you can take that information and utilize it for the best way you can use it. That's all I can say. All right. So today's the Mason, and Mason is really my son, or mother and son. Okay. What is a Mason? So a Mason is a fraternity strictly, or excuse me, a little mishap on that. But what is a Mason? So a Mason is a crafts person. A Mason is a skilled worker who builds with brick, stone, or concrete, often involved in construction or the creation of structures as buildings, walls, or monuments. So this is the idea of what Masonry came from. It came from the aspect of, I would say, people building something. All right. And when they started building things like pyramids and, in ancient times, and ziggurats and, various structures like obelisks, they had a guild along with this. It became like a guild, like to come a part of this. Like we Gary build something, they started having spiritual relations to it, just like the samurai, bro. The code of the samurai is almost the same way, because you got one that becomes a warrior, but he starts coming up with a philosophy from wielding the sword. So from them utilizing bricks, they start coming up with different philosophies to represent their spirituality in a certain type of way. All right. So it became like a guild. And over time, they only let certain people in the guild because they started hiding treasures in these temples. They started doing things like connecting up with the stars with these temples. And only certain people can come in these temples, even the workers. So the workers had to go under studies in order to even be a part of the whole culture itself. All right. So Masons it's like, how should I say, the bricklayers. And then you saw the meaning of a Mason is just simply a crafts person. A crafts person could be anything, because you think about a craft. A craft is something that you use to take off, or to float on water, or to float on or fly and through the air, to break natural laws. You use a craft for. You know what I'm saying? So the idea of this, all right, we're talking about a skilled worker, all right, with brick. So, Masons is a fraternity member in the context of a fraternity, particularly referring to Masonry. A Mason is a member of a fraternal organization that emphasizes moral and spiritual development, charitable activities, and fellowship among its members. Freemasonry is a fraternal organization with symbolic rituals, structure, incorporating symbols, and allegorical teachings. All right, so we kind of get an idea what we know what the Masons are. All right, but I wanted to do that just to do it, so we'll have that out the way. All right, but you have 3 levels of a Mason. All right, and when you come into a guild, you have 3 levels. All right, and all 3 are literally one back again. Okay, so the 3 levels of a Freemason, or of a Mason, period. Not talking about a Freemason, because a Freemason is really the wrong name for it. Like I said, these guilds, they existed for thousands and thousands of years. Ever since that they got pyramids, like the oldest, they say one of the oldest pyramids is in Indonesia, where a subcontinent was there before the ice age. And when the ice age came, it was wiped away. The pyramids and certain teachings and lessons of how they were built were also wiped away. So it was this existed for thousands and thousands of years, these type of teachings. So when I'm referring to this, I'm not referring to Freemasons. I'm referring to the universal teachings that builds the body of the Messiah, because the body is the temple. All right. So let's move forward. You got the entered apprentice. This is when you come in, which represents you have like weapons or tools that are associated with the entered apprentice, which represents, you got the square, which represents morality and fairness. You got the compass, which symbolizes boundaries and restraint. Then you got the apron. A plain white apron symbolizes purity and innocence, with the flap turned up. All right. And then you got the rough ashlar, which symbolizes unrefined, I can't see the next word in there, but it literally represents the ashlar. The rough ashlar represents when you come in a situation, or when you come in a temple and you just like, you got rough edges that you just need to chip away, that you need to shave all this stuff off so you can become the perfect block to fit in the temple. Or the lesson itself is like a rough in your mind, and you need to shave off all the edges until you can put it in the building blocks of life, if I can say it like that, just to explain it. And then you got the fellow craft after the entered apprentice. All right, the fellow craft is different because you got the square, which continues to represent morality and fairness. The compass still represents boundaries and restraint. You got the apron, the white apron, it turns sky blue, with the border representing progress and advancement in knowledge. The plum you also have as a tool of the fellow craft, which represents upright conduct and integrity. Rough and perfect ashlars. All right, fellow crafts work with smooth and rough ashlars into a more polished state. Excuse me. So in this sense, you start to be more active. Like when you come in, you get a rough ashlar. They say give you a rough ashlar. Like they give you all the brook. They send you to the quarry. All right. They say, man, go to the quarry and just dig out all these ashlars. Just get us bricks. And these are things that you go through, situations that you go through in life. It's like these are the bricks that you pulling from the quarry. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the master is telling you to do, to go do that. So you bring back all these bricks, and he's telling you, yo, fix these bricks up and make these bricks right. But all the time he's teaching you lessons about life. All right? Or she's teaching you lessons about life. So moving further, after that you got the master mason. And you got the square, the compass, the apron, the plumb, the level, all right, the all-seeing eye, the trowel, also the rough and perfect ashlar. Let me tell y'all something, one thing about being a mason, all right? And I'm not talking about a Freemason or a mother and son, because remember in the build I said mason is really mother and son. All right, it's the son going back to the mother, learning the lessons, or being close to the grandmother. That's what it's all really about. All right. So really, like when you see the apron, you know what the apron means? Being control of your sexual organs. It represents being in control of your sexual nature. That's why you see, and then I can take this back to Genesis 3:7. Like when Adam and Eve, they had to put on aprons because they had to control their sexual nature, or they knew of their sexual nature. So that's why all Masons wear an apron, because they have control of their sexual nature. You feel me? And it's different levels of it as well, because every level wears an apron. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. And what's so deep is I wanted to go on to this 46, but this is kind of not clear and y'all not able to see this. And I wanted to talk about this day 46, okay? Because when you look at 46, I'm trying to teach y'all to look at geometrical shapes as numbers instead of numbers as numbers. Start looking at a square as a 4 or a 40. Start looking at a triangle as 3 or 30. Start looking at an octagon as 8 or 80. And then you'll start to see certain things. Because what are angels? Angels, they said, are messengers. It stems from the Hebrew word malak, or they say angelos. It goes same thing, messengers. But angels are really angles of light. They're angles of light, and light is really knowledge or information that comes from the canopy of on high or within. All right. So you think about, you thinking about it like that, you're like, oh man, angels. But every time you walk from one space to the next, because I said they're angles. So how do you create these angles? You simply walk from one space to another. You travel. And when you travel, even though I can show you bro, look at this. When you look in your book, right, you see a three-dimensional square, right? Hold up. I'm going to show you something real quick. You see a three-dimensional square in the book, right? You see a three-dimensional square, right? It's 2D. It's 2D, but it represents a three-dimensional figure. You see that square right there, that block. So it's 2D though. You walk in 2D. You walk to and fro. So you actually are creating geometrical shapes every time you walk the earth. Every time you stop and think and meditate or concentrate and walk from point A to point B to point C back to point A, you seal the deal. You create a dimensional reality. And angels come to you. They be like, oh, he opened the gateway. I'm coming in. And those are angles of light. Because I don't know if anybody explained that before. Because I heard Brother Billy Carson talk about that. And when he talks about it, he said that angels are angles of light that come down. And I'm like, yo, I know the brother, he would elaborate on the same idea that when you are moving, because when you think about Nikola Tesla, he's one of them that knew about these things. Before he would go in a building, bro, you know what he'll do? He'll freaking circle it 3 times. Or a certain amount of times he would circle the building. People think he's insane. But in actuality, he was opening up higher dimensions of thought by just simply moving through the earth and knowing when to stop, when to move again, and creating and knowing that the idea that what he's moving on the earth is creating an energy path as well. You know what I'm saying? So let me move forward, man. So what I wanted to talk about was like 46 is a number. Don't you know Shakespeare's name is in the Bible? I know this is old school knowledge, but if you go into the Bible, Psalms chapter 46, you go 46 words down, you get shake. And you get 46 words from the bottom, you get the word spear. Now question, did somebody put that in there or not? Somebody had to put that in there. It was a secret. You can go play the game if you want and try to test my chin. And go, oh, well, I'm going to go get my Bible right now. And I bet you go get a King James version of the Bible, you'll see 46 words from the top and 46 words from the bottom. You'll see Shakespeare. And it's in Psalms 46. And people wonder why Shakespeare put his name in the Bible at Psalms 46. Because, again, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. But the Word had the power to manifest things. And that's what Shakespeare was, because you think about the 46 chromosomes, it's the 46, it represents Psalms 46 represents the 46 chromosomes of man and woman. And the ability, how man was brought into existence by God's word. And that's why Shakespeare, don't you know what Shakespeare is? Shakespeare is like, people like try to bust it down. Shakespeare, often referred to as an early modern English, is neither a lingo nor a language exclusively for aristocrats or the hierarchy of people. Instead, it is a form of English that was commonly spoken and written during the late 16th and 17th centuries. While Shakespeare's works are renowned for their eloquence and poetic beauty, they were intended for a broad audience, including both upper classes and the general populace. So it's a riddle in this. And it's a riddle with the idea of the fact that it deals with the chromosomes of the body. All right. So moving forward, just breaking this stuff down. Shakespeare's vocabulary, the syntax may seem unfamiliar to modern readers. The language remains accessible. And let me say this real quick too. The Bible is by Bill. And who is Bill? Bill is Shakespeare, because Bill is William. Bill is William. William Shakespeare. That's his name. All right? Or, the code. We're breaking the code, cracking the code here with the Messiahs. You muted out, Queen. All right.
Okay, I'm back. Wow.
Yeah. You have any comments before I move forward?
No, I'm learning something
loving this
tonight.
Discussion?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm loving it. I'm learning something. Wow.
Yeah, when we deal with these numbers, we about learning the lesson of what the number represents. That's what the day is about. It's not just about the book. It's about unlocking the thinking of what the Messiah code is. So
Wow.
yeah. So check me out. We cooking, y'all. We really cooking. So now we got that out of the way. The Hebrew word for shake in this passage is not explicitly mentioned in Psalms 46. So the word spear is mentioned in Hebrew, but the word shake is not there.
Spear.
The word spear is there. You can go check it out and go play the game with me. The word spear, which is, I got the Hebrew word for spear. It's not in the passage, which is Psalms 46:9. It's not. The word spear, which is Psalm 46:9, is there, but the word shake is not there, which is showing you that they really added the word Shakespeare in the Bible.
Wow.
They really did it.
They added it. Wow.
They added the word, yo. So the Hebrew word for shake in this passage is not explicitly mentioned in Psalms 46. The word shake in this verse 2 is an interpretation of the phrase, through the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. All right. And you can go back to the Hebrew and check that out and see if I'm playing. The idea conveyed here is one of immerse upheaval or movement rather than a specific action of shaking. Therefore, there isn't a direct Hebrew word for shake in this particular verse. So, has the Bible been tampered with? Yes, it has. Has the Bible been coded? Yes, it has. We can play all these games and we can do anything that you want to do. All right? Let's continue to build, yo. So now we talking about the 46. We talking about the chromosomes. Yeah, the chromosomes that you get from your mom and your dad. 23 and 23.
46.
That's 46.
Wow.
So what does the number 23 guard in the body of the Messiah, y'all?
The 23 guards
The left wrist of the body of the Messiah, which deals with time. So your mother and father is giving you time on earth. It's giving you a portion of time to unlock your time on the left wrist. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Messiah Code All-Star. It represents the left wrist of the Messiah. It deals with time, unlocking time. And they unlock time within you. All right? So now that's what it's all about. So, you know, moving forward in the build, you got chromosomes are like a instruction manual for building a person, and each chromosome is a chapter in those manuals. I already said that we living in a book. Now, in the nucleus of most cells in our body, we have tiny structures called chromosomes. Humans have 46 chromosomes, which come in 23 pairs. So, why do we have 46 chromosomes? When a baby is made, it gets 23 chromosomes from its mom and 23 chromosomes from its dad. These chromosomes carry all instructions needed to build a baby, just like the pieces needed to build something are in instruction manuals. Whew, this is really deep. So compare chromosome to pairs of shoes. Imagine that you have 23 pairs of shoes. Each pair is made up of 2 shoes, just like each chromosome is a pair made up of 2 chromosomes, one from your mom and one from your dad. You feel me? So
Yes.
you think about it, if that's why when they interbreeding is not good. It's different when
Mhm.
you mating with second cousins and stuff like that.
I think it's like third or something. It's okay, I
Yeah,
think.
or whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. You can go. Don't quote me on that. But what I'm saying is, when they
Uh-huh.
had interbreeding, it caused disease because it's like wearing 2 left feet.
Oh wow.
It's like wearing 2 left feet. So you get chromosomes from your mother and your father to help you move along the path of life. And one represents one foot, the right foot, and one represents the left foot.
Mm.
All right, as far as your mother and father to help you move through life. But I just wanted to give you that analogy for interbreeding, like for people that had children with their children or children with their you know what I'm talking
Siblings.
about,
Yeah.
their
The
siblings and
siblings.
stuff like that. It's like putting on 2 left feet. And that's
Especially
why
when it's
those people
siblings.
suffer from diseases, because they had 2 left feet. That's how they were assembled when they were building a baby. All
Mm.
right. So let me move forward on this discussion, man. Wow, this is getting crazy. So we are the body of the Messiah. Prove it, Lamel. Prove it.
Prove it,
Prove it.
Lamel. Prove it,
You said
Lazarus.
prove it. We are the body of the Messiah. We ain't gonna play no games on that. All right. And you said prove it. You want me to prove it? Now, if I prove it here, I'm going to prove it through different studies and different people saying through different ancient times saying the same thing, right? That's my way to prove it. That's the only way I can prove it. It's not like I'm saying a new message, right?
Right.
Okay, I got you. I want to say shout out to the goddess and queen. She's definitely a Messiah Code All-Star. All right. And shout out to you if you are in the building. I love y'all. But I was given a challenge here to prove that we are the body of the Messiah. I was given a challenge. Now, for everybody watching on TikTok, for everybody watching on YouTube, Facebook, we Gary smoke them out real quick. Because my proclamation is that we are the body of the Messiah. All right. Now, this represents the upgraded body of the Messiah. I know we've been talking about the body of manifestation, the 131, but we about to go to the 1 through 99. We on
Okay.
day 46, all right, which represents the Mason. All right, let's continue to smoke this out. So, John, first of all, I'm not going to say Christ here, y'all. I'm not going to talk about Christ. The reason why I'm not going to utilize Christ, the reason why I'm not going to utilize the word Christ, I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to utilize the word Christ. Because John 1:41 says this. It says, he first findeth his own brother Simon and says unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted as Christ. So I don't got to use Christ here, y'all. Every time I use a Bible verse, I will not use Christ, because That Christ is actually Hellenism. It is really the assimilation of Greek concepts and cultures. That's all Christ was, and that's why it said it. It's which is being interpreted as Christ. We found the Messiah. All right, I want to just keep it on that. I want to keep it on that. So anytime I use a Bible verse and I replace it with Messiah, don't sit here and cry and say, for all the haters. I'm just saying, for all the haters, you know who you are. Don't sit here and cry and say, oh man, he replacing Christ with Messiah. All right, let's go. Now, like I said, we are the body of the Messiah, real simply. And let's go. Romans 12, 4-5. It says, for just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in the Messiah, we through many form one body, and each member belongs to all others.
Wow.
Come on, man. We ready to smoke them out. We ready to bombs on here. We are the body of the Messiah. You said prove it, right, Queen?
Yes.
You said prove it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Shout out to El Jara. We about to prove this, man. Let's get it in. We are the body of the Messiah. So 1 Corinthians 12, 13. Just as a body through one has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with the Messiah. Ooh, for we were all baptized by one Spirit, so as to form one body, whether Jews or Gentiles, slave or free, and we were given the one Spirit to drink.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm going to keep on doing this Messiah stuff. 1 Corinthians 12:27. Now you are the body of Christ. Oh, or should we say Messiah?
Messiah.
We are the body of the Messiah, and each one of you is a part of it. Man, I am not just saying this. It is not me just saying this. It is not me. It is of times of old. And they picked this religion up from other sayings of being the body of the Messiah. So Ephesians 4:4, there is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. Oh my God. Yes, you're being called out the matrix.
Yeah.
You're being called right now. Your calling is your purpose. It's the things that you're meant to do in this life. It's the things that you're sent here to do. It's your calling. It's your calling. That's what it's really all about. It's your calling. So yeah, it's time to pick up the phone. It's time to pick up the phone and know your calling, knowing your purpose. All right. So Ephesians 4:16, 4 times 4 equals 16. Wow, that was deep. That was deep because we just said 4 times 4. That's Ephesians 4:4. Now we're going to go to the 16. Let's go. So Ephesians 4:16, it says, from him the whole body joined and held together by every supporting ligament grows, and each builds itself up in love as each part does its work. This is us as Messiahs. So you said, Lamel, you taking them to church for real, because they ain't teaching this in the church. They teaching everything about Christ, but nothing about the Messiah. Man, let's go, man. Yo, look, Colossians. And I'm using their same book, y'all. I'm using their same book to prove that the body of the Messiah exists. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning. Is Lamel not at the head of the body of the Messiah?
Yes.
Not me, because I'm not Lamel. Lamel is simply the network. Lamel is my last name or a title that I took on, but I'm not him. It's a name that represents the Messiah in this day and time because it's the name and the number. LML, Lamel 131, 131, code cracked. Code cracked. If anybody say real bombs. So 118. 118. So shout out to my brother. This is El Jara. This is you. 1118. Right there, right? That's you, bro. That's you right there. Right there. They calling you out. You in the book. You in the book, bro. Check me out. So it says this, and he is the head of the body of the church. He is the beginning, the first, and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything he might have supremacy. Wow. Like he can tell you what he went through. So what you going through is not a problem, because he's able to have to have empathy for you in your situation, because he was the first to rise from the dead, it said. But it gave you the notion of first and last, of the beginning and the end. 131. Man, come on. Let's continue, man. We having fun. Let the peace of the Messiah rule in your hearts, since as members of one body. This is Colossians 3:15, by the way. It says this: let the peace of the Messiah rule in your hearts, since as the members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Lazarus is not just saying this. All right? It has been spoken of. And like I said, they teaching everything in the church except for the fact that we are collectively one body. For all the differences that we have, we can figure out how to come together, because the body has different parts to make it function.
Yes.
Let's go, man. Let's cook. So ancient Egypt. So I really got to do this for all the Egyptian lovers. For everybody that got ankhs on. I got an ankh on myself. I got an ankh tattoo. I'm going to do this because I don't want to think that you discluded for this. I'm going to speak to everyone that represents Egypt. You are a part of the body of the Messiah as well. Okay? Now, you might say, how is that? Lamel, explain it. Okay, well, let's go. We can go to the Pyramid of Unis. All right? And this is really hot. So the king appears as Osiris, green of face, okay, with fingers on his I can't see that word, his shoulders, and it is he who has protected Horus and who has repulsed Seth, and he has become Osiris. So the king has become Osiris. The king has become Osiris. This passage describes the deceased king as taking on the identity of Osiris, becoming united with him in the afterlife by following the rites and rituals associated with Osiris, and being judged favorably in the afterlife. The deceased would become one with Osiris and partake in the eternal life that he represented. So yes, now we talking about the body of the Messiah again. But in ancient times, in ancient Kemet, they was talking about the same thing. Didn't Osiris get split up, his body parts being broken, all broken? And when when Isis or Aset, all set, brought all these pieces together of Osiris, she was able to give birth to Horus or Haru. And this is symbolic. This is not some science fiction novel. It's all dealing with symbolism. All right? How we've been spread all over the world. And it's going to take the mother. That's why it's my son. It's going to take the mother to bring us back home. It's going to take the mother to call us back home. And that's who Aset represented when she brought the pieces back together of Osiris. Because Osiris or Osar could also be a surah of a chapter of the book of the Quran. Every chapter, just like the chapter of the Quran is green, it represents Osiris. And then the chapters of the Quran are called surahs, which is actually representation of the God. Come on, man. These are Messiah Code fundamental lessons. We in here. So this is the Pyramid of Unis. That sounds like a biblical name, like Jonah, because Eunice is another name for Jonah. But I'm going to tell y'all this. The whale is in your belly. You're not in the belly of the whale. The whale is in your belly, because greater is he that is in you. Trust me on that.
Oh, wow.
Trust me on that. So we smoking it out for the family right now. Yo, the temple, you see that? Pillars. Look at this. So this is pyramid text. Excuse me. Make sure I can't, because I can't see it now. Could somebody read that, please? Because
Which
I
one?
can't see it. All right,
Okay.
never mind, I got it. So the king
Okay.
appears as Osiris, green of face, okay, with fingers on his shoulders. It is he who has protected Horus and who has repulsed Seth, and he has become Osiris. Okay, all right. So pyramid text utterance. 1316. Oh my God, this is a 131, y'all. The king is Osiris, who has emerged, being renewed like the Ankh spirit. He is clothed. He appears as a king of the living. So that's telling you that the Messiah is walking among us. Osiris is walking among us. Literally, the king became the embodiment or the representation of Osiris on earth. But remember this, like, you got to be in your royal state of your mind, because when you going through that hallway of Osiris to become Osiris, all right, to become the evergreen one, you're judged by the hallways of, you're going through a mat where it's literally balanced. You got to be balanced with whatever you're going through in life. All right. But what I'm saying is that they brought the body parts together, and this king essentially became the body of Osiris, which is the Messiah. Pyramid text. All right. Utterance 688. All right. It says the king appears as Osiris, his ba soul. All right. Is Osiris. He has received the croak and flail. Another one. Coffin text. 256. Spell 265. O Osiris, I am this Osiris. I am he who was in Geb, which is the earth. The earth who was in Geb. All right. I am he that was in Nephthys. All right. I have come in order to unite with Osiris, in order to sit in the body of the Lord of Osiris. Yo, listen. So this philosophy is an old philosophy. What I'm saying, being the body of the Messiah, us collectively having duties to perform, us not trying to, I would say, and I'm not going back to Egyptian type of lifestyles or whatever like that. I'm going to the spirituality of the notion and what it represented. Because for the king to put it in there, the actual culture existed before he put it in there. He got it from somewhere. And it was other people that didn't have the riches of that king still put these same type of spells in their tombs. All right. So now moving forward, yeah, I got another coffin text. It says, I have come and I have crossed over. Okay, and I have become pure. I am Osiris. I am protected by Horus, and I have sat down as Osiris, the body of the Messiah. And I have become Anubis, death as well. Meaning that you got the power over life and death as Messiahs. Trust me on that, which is the hero's path. So moving forward, yeah, coffin text 1137 from spell 720. I am Osiris. My soul is Osiris. My body is Osiris. I have taken form of the great falcon. The beautiful plumage. Now, excuse me. Now, like I said, we putting the body parts of Osiris back together, and we are the Messiahs. We are the resurrected one. We are the ones of healing. All right? We are the ones that come with that great force of resurrection to revitalize the spirit of the dead. I'm going to comb that one.
That part.
All right? So let's move forward. This build is cooking because now I gotta go to the Holy Quran. If we talking about the body of the Messiah, because I didn't went to Egypt, I went to Hebrew, I went to Christian studies, and I've been saying the same thing, that we the body of the Messiah collectively. All right. Now, if you go in the Quran, it says, look at this, and this is a 131, which is a 313 inverted. It says this, and hold on firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and he brought your hearts together, and you became by his favor brothers and sisters. All right. And you were on the edge of the pit of fire, and he saved you from it. Thus does Allah make clear to you his verses, that you may be guided. These are the real teachings of the Quran. I don't know what they be teaching about, but in actuality, it's talking about like race wars, how people are racing wars, how you looking at somebody different than you, like they got darker skin than you, they whiter skin than you, they got Chinese eyes, and you start judging people and stuff. But if you fall under literally the idea of the universal law, then you can connect with people on a whole nother wave. So this is what this is about. All right. And that's why I said we one body, because that's the 131. All right. And guess what? If somebody chop off my hand right now, I would be so mad. And I couldn't really function the way I really can function as a man without my hand. And it's a number that represents that in the body. Okay. Moving forward. So it says the believers are but brothers, I'm going to say this, and sisters. So make settlement between your brothers and fear Allah, that you may receive mercy. Move forward. And Allah, and what Allah has bestowed upon you, his messenger from the people of towns, for it is Allah, and for the messenger, and for the near relatives and orphans, and the restrained traveler, so that it will not be a perpetual distribution among the rich from among you. And whatever the messenger has given you, take, and whatever he has forbidden you, refrain from it, and fear Allah indeed, for Allah is severe in penalty. But essentially, this is talk about everybody collectively, how you bring people in. All right, the rich and the poor, the traveler. Everybody is among the same word, which is universal law. All law, all law. That is all law, not what they talking about. I'm telling you, we live in a prophetical moment, and what they didn't know is that they were living in a prophetical moment as well.
Wow.
All right. So moving forward, yo, I'm taking this back to the Mason, the idea of this build being about the Mason. And I got on a little kind of side road because I talked about the body of the Messiah. The reason why I start talking about the body, because the Mason is mother and son, and the mother is building the body. She is building the son or the daughter in her womb, or she's building the mother in her womb. All right. But it's the relationship of the chromosomes. Okay. So another thing is, going back to the Masons, like I said, it's mother and son, my son, mother and son. It's the spirituality of it. All right. The square encompasses, we know, square represents morality. The square is upright conduct. All right. We break that stuff down. That's the square and a compass. Okay. The letter G has multiple interpretations, including God, geometry, and gnosis, all right, which represents knowledge. Okay. And as you see, that's usually the symbol when you see the Masons, when you see their symbol. But I'm gonna keep it real, this is not really their symbol. This is a symbol that they took from ancient principles and grafted into an image. Okay, because the G is the circle and the square. You see the G as a circle and you see it as a square. The compass represents the circle, and then you see the square. and that forms this image right here. And that's why it's 46, because you see the square and then you see the 6 inside the square, which represents the compass in the square. It's 46. Remember, I told y'all, man, I said in the Messiah code, you see geometrical shapes as numbers. You start to decode things through geometrical shapes. So when you see this geometrical shape, you see 46. You see 4 on the outside, which is the square, and then you see the 6-pointed star, representation of the circle and the square, or the compass and the square in the middle. And with you see the G in the middle of that. Code cracked. All right? 46. And it represents the 46 chromosomes. Okay? The building blocks of messiahship. Okay? Moving forward, so you got the all-seeing eye in Freemasonry as well. All right? Now, the eye of providence actually represents divine knowledge and omniscience. So, and guidance. And I'm going to say this too, which is all-knowing. Which is to be all-knowing, excuse me. With the all-seeing eye, okay? The all-seeing eye has been worshipped through many cultures. Many cultures have actually had the all-seeing eye in their spirituality. It's not just ancient Egypt or Freemasons. You know, the eye or the internal eye is the eye within, okay? I can go back to my Taino ancestors. You know, we gave reference to a being called Aku. And Aku was symbolic of that which sees everything. And they also call this the witness in Christianity. When they say when someone is giving their testimony or being a witness, they're actually connecting up to the all-seeing eye. All right? So that's the grand witness. Okay, the all-seeing eye. That's watching everything you're doing. The truth of the matter. What if I tell you this is like a computer? It's almost like a computer. All right? So it's on top of the pyramid structure. You are the pyramid. You know, I explain this. You got 4 positions on the bottom, which is your knees and your feet. That's the square. And then you got your hands and your head. That's the triangle. You form a pyramid on earth. Wow. You are the pyramid. When you go down and pray to God or whatever force, universal force, you form a pyramid. That's what this pyramid is actually showing. And at the top of pyramid is your third eye. And let me tell y'all something. Let me drop a bomb on this one. The third eye is not the pineal gland. The third eye is an olfactory bulb. It's located at the olfactory bulb to kickstart the pineal gland. And it actually, you can go look this up. Or matter of fact, you can be in certain places and you start smelling stuff and you start remembering things.
That's true.
What if I tell you that the nose actually brings back ancient memories? Not just smelling memories of where you've been at or something that went on. Because it connects to the olfactory bulb. All right? Man. So that's why on the top of the pyramid is this. When you going like this, look. Man, I'm showing y'all a pyramid. Look. I told you. When you go on all fours to pray to God. Remember the compass and the square. The square is what? This is the square, right? That you unlock. The square is north, east, south, and west. All right? But the square, and when you go like this with your hands like this, you creating an antenna, yo. They knew this in ancient times. Like if I get on my knees right now and I'll go like this, I'm actually creating an antenna. At the top of the pyramid, is an eye, which is the olfactory bulb. It's not these eyes. It's right here at your nose going up, right there. And as you breathe in, you ignite it. They knew it. Pyramid is fire in the middle. In the middle of what? Pyramid. In the middle, fire in the middle of what? Fire in the middle of what? That's why they broke the nose off the fakes. I firmly trust in that. Shout out to Sister Cotton of Fear, Messiah Code All Star in the building. But we smoking right now, y'all. We really smoking this out. So let's move forward with the discussion and continue to build with the messiahs. So we was talking about how you actually create a pyramid when you get on your knees and pray to the universal force. This was the pyramid that they was talking about all along. This was the pyramid that they was describing on earth all along. Yo, this also connects you to the beehive. Because one of the symbols of Freemasonry is a beehive, or Masonry period is a beehive. And a beehive represents industry, all right, or diligence, and working together for the good of the community. Bees are always working, and they working together, all right, and they connected to the mother. Is that right? They connect to the mother. That's what the bee is all about. So that's why you see a beehive in Freemasonry or Masonry all the time. But it represents working together, industry, and what y'all can do together. The power of what we can do together. Yo, man, it goes deep. Because when you think about the beehive, all the religions are constructed in the beehive. All religions, all spiritualities are born. That's another bee. Born. Bismillah sounds like a Muslim word. Brif Millah sounds like I'm starting a Bible off in Hebrew. The B, it comes from the letter B, and B represents the second letter, which is beta. It's beta, B, baba, baba. All right, which is a Taino word for mother and father. Don't let me go there. But look, B represents industry, and the industry, all religions come from the beehive. And the beehive, what is the beehive? The beehive is the M and the 1, which is the master or the initiate. The M or the I, the M1, master and the initiate, which forms the B or the 13. Y'all see that, right?
Yeah, see that.
Another code cracked. Another code cracked, yo. Listen, the letter B is the number 13, really. It's when you put them together, you form a B. You feel me? And it's B is really master and initiate, to be born again. Because the master is born again through the initiate, and the initiate is born again through the master.
Wow.
Come on, man. So the teachings are, there's reciprocity in the teachings, basically. So it also, the 13 represents the mother and the master as well. Or the 13, when you add it to 4, represents the great book. Okay? Because 13 equals 4. Remember I said we got to get on all fours to unlock this in a certain type of way. Because all fours is when you travel north, east, south, and west. And how you travel north, east, south, and west is simply getting on your knees, man. A lot of us, when we became gods and goddesses, you know, we that wasn't a part of our situation any longer. I'm going to keep it real. We took that out of the equation. Man, I got to go pray to, I'm not getting on my knees and bowing down to a universal force. What if I tell you when you went on your knees, you went on all fours, you actually was plugging in because you thought the chakras was right here. But the chakras, to connect to the ground forces on your knees and on your feet. You got to be willing to bend to God's reality or the universal law, however you want to put it. But that's the 4, and that's why God will put you on your throne. Because if you're willing to go on all fours, you guess what? God is going to give you a throne that also sits on all fours. Am I right?
Yeah.
You sit on a throne that sits on all 4. So God, the universe said, you want to sit on, you want to push, you want to get on all fours? Man, I'm going to put you on a throne that also. All right, real simple. So yeah, let's go. Let's keep on cooking it up. Let's keep on cooking it up, man. So gravitational force, electromagnetic force, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. That's all four, honey. That's when you getting on all four.
Mm.
I'm telling you, that's when you getting on all four. For all the messiahs in here. Those are the four higher forces. Those are cosmic forces right there. The gravitational force, electromagnetic force, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. You still don't want to get on all fours though. But science gets on all fours. These are the cosmic laws that keep your body together, gets on all four. And you still don't want to get on all four. Listen, the acacia tree, the acacia tree. Let me talk about this real quick. Which is another symbol of the Mason. All right, and they said that this acacia bark was actually Noah's Ark was made from it, but they also said it was made from Gosher wood. But the Noah's Ark thing is really a story of Utnapishtim and other epics that came thousands and thousands of years before that. All right, but this is not the History Channel. I'm just here to talk to you about the symbolism and what it can mean to you. All right, so you got the acacia tree. It represents immortality, innocence, and Masonic brotherhood. And I'm gonna go forth. It looks like that. Bonsai. Bonsai. It looked like a big bonsai tree, yo.
It does. Right,
Just
it does.
for anybody like an acacia wood, they don't know what. Yo, that's expensive wood. If you try to get something from acacia wood, you already know it's gonna be high. All right. So yeah, let me move forward. So yeah, that's a core to that. So the flowers are usually yellow, but occasionally white, and have many stamens a piece. Giving each one a fuzzy appearance. The fruits are legumes. I like legumes because like nuts, seeds, whatever legumes, and are highly variable in appearance depending on the species. Acacias are often confused with members closely related to the genus Mimosa. All right, just a little education. I'm not a triologist. I'm just giving you a little bit of information. I don't know if that's a word. That's a job
Triologist.
description. I'm a triologist. I hug trees for a living.
I hug trees.
I love hugging trees, but I'm not a triologist, y'all.
Not a triologist.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, yeah, it's rebirth, yeah. So look, let's continue to cook this out. Both the ancient Hebrews, and the Egyptians considered the tree to be a symbol of immortality. Ooh, because of its hardness and durability, the evergreen nature. It's an evergreen tree, so it goes all year long. So long ago, the Israelites would plant the acacia sprig at the head of graves, and to reflect this belief and to mark the burial site. So what's so deep about this tree, man? A lot of people, you know how people be getting cremated and stuff like that. In ancient times, they would bury you near the acacia tree. This is a Native American ritual as well.
Wow.
Shout out to Yada. God is in the building. You ain't
Greetings,
miss everything.
goddess.
You ain't miss everything. You in the place to be, honey. You in a place to be, sister. For real, for real. We having fun here. All right. But like the acacia, people used to bury people under trees so they connect with the root of the plant. All right, they connect with the tree. So the tree will be ever living. Like when they eat things from the tree, they will also have remembrances. They have a remembrance of their ancient ancestors. All right, this is what was believed. Is it still practiced today? I don't know, because they didn't tore down all our ancient trees. Just like in the Avatar movie, man, they wiped out a lot of our ancient trees. Like like a lot of the city buildings that are like high skyscrapers are really monuments to actually of a former regime of the grand trees, because they have
Wow.
took down, they have destroyed a lot of the grand trees in these ancient sites. Why you think you want to go to New York or different places like that, or I'm just saying different cities? Yo, they had trees where ancient people were buried, but those same trees they destroyed, as well as the ancient people and the power. And the power. Shout out to Jucifer in the building. No problem. No problem, King. We smoking it out right now on the Mason. This is really going well, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, for a recap, just small recap, I went into the pyramid text, explained how we the body of the Messiah. I went into the Bible, the Quran. I've been explaining number 46, how it's associated with the Mason. All right. Shout out to Sister Sunshine. The number 46 is the Mason, yo, because you got the square, and you got the square, which represents 40, and then you got this symbol in the middle of the square, which represents the 6. All right, and I've been breaking that down, how 46 is associated with the chromosomes. I even broke down Shakespeare being in the Bible. Shakespeare put his name in the Bible, and how that Shakespeare is really spear is in the Bible, but shake, as far as the Hebrew word shake, is not in there. They added the word shake. All right, you said I am 4'6". Yeah, you meant to be here.
I already don't know what.
I obviously called you to the discussion. If you're 4'6", men and women lie, numbers don't lie. Today's day 46. I don't know if you followed the 90-day water cleanse, sister, but it's a book that is authorized by the Messiah Code movement that I wrote. It's called the 90-day water fast and cleansing. Get it from Amazon, yo, when you can. It's only like $21. It's also another book that I think you would really love, because this is up your alley. This is called the Introduction to Magic and Divination, and this gives you the idea of how we divinate with the Messiah Code. And I might do a reading tonight from this book, to be honest, just to show you the power of what's inside here. But it's really the power's inside us. Okay, so that was just a small recap, my brother Jucifer, Sister Sunshine. And I've been doing a PowerPoint this whole time, and I'm talking about the certain symbols of the Masons. All right, and I was talking about I went from the acacia wood represent immortality. Now we're talking about the apron. Again, the apron is a badge of membership worn during ceremonies, but this goes back to Ephesians 6:14. Stand firm then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place. So really wearing the apron represents control of your sexuality. All right, I just want to let y'all know, like, wearing an apron represents control of your sexuality. All right, so anytime any type of you see the Masons wearing these type of ornaments, it's an actual ancient rituals, ancient guild. They will wear aprons, this symbolic of them being in control of their sexual nature. All right, you know what I'm saying? So another thing is, now let's continue to build. So that's the apron.
Okay.
Say that again.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think my drink went out the first time.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's why I went out and back in. But bro, I'm about to take care of the family. I gotta get myself together for work, right?
All right, say something to the people before you leave, then.
Yeah,
real quick.
I know, like, this whole build, y'all definitely need to start from the jump and get the core of what he's saying. He's giving a lot of information that, you know, we've been confused about, you know. And if you have an open enough mind, you will find the truth through what he's talking about. And now, don't describe it just from his words. You do your research, use your discernment. But if you look at this video, you will find keys that have been hidden from you that you now can utilize. Okay. So first off, bro, you know, today's the 46th, right? Mother's son, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he was doing this, my mother pulled up. As you was talking about what you was talking about, my mother pulled up. You feel me? So your message definitely resonated, and I thank you for breaking down all of these things. The separation of Freemasons next to the knowledge of Masonry itself.
Mm-hmm.
The explaining of that because I feel like it's important that, like, a lot of people be like, you know, Christianity, you know, but underneath Christianity is you know, Christianity was just a name, you know. All these religions, all these things are just names, like you saying, feel me? But underneath it, there's an underlining information, you know.
Yeah, go underneath the hood of it.
Yeah, it's an underlying information, man. And you pointed that out to me. And I know it, right? But as a teacher and as a friend, bro, I want to thank you before I hop over here, because it's very clear. So y'all watch this video back.
That's
and
what's up.
Stay tapped into the Messiah Code movement. Of course, I'm gonna be here. Of course, they gonna be here. So all we need is you. All right. So
I like that. I like
we
that.
can throw this body up, right?
Yeah. We do need the body. We need to collectively have a bill where we know who's who, what body is which, what body part is which.
But just like in the build, we are all a part of the body of the Messiah. You feel me? This is
That's
why
right.
you need to go back through it. You heard?
That's a fact.
You're gonna find it, and when you get the information, you might not fully get it at first. But when you keep connecting with people that's on that level, then you'll be healed. I ain't gonna say you're gonna be fully healed, but you're evolved.
We growing every day, bro.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Cool. I thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coom, thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you, King.
It's worth $1 billion.
Thank you so much as well. Both of y'all. Y'all great, man.
Yo, man.
This is the example of what we can be together. I want y'all to know that. You know, even as relationship status, not just as a movement, but, you know, when we can move like they're moving, man, that's really important. I know we the messiahs and everything, you know, as men or even as women individually, but, you know, look at their example too, man. But I'm sorry, man. I love y'all. So much.
We love you too, King. Thank you.
Out,
we appreciate you.
Shout out to the Messiah Code All-Star.
Big blessed, man.
Love you, bro. Thank you, man. You stay blessed out.
Yes.
All right.
I want to say peace to the Moorish Orthodox Church. In the building, man. Man, thank you for this build. This definitely is a good build, a good discussion. Yeah, man, keep up the amazing energy. Let's kick some more butt. Queen, do you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, I'm listening. I'm learning. I know one of the things that you spoke about earlier was the 7 weapons. He spoke about, as far as the Mason having their tools, whereas Messiahs, we have tools as well. So I'm just, you know, I'm listening to everything that you're saying. And I'm learning from it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, as Messiahs, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. We got 7 weapons that are associated with the Messiah. You know, a Messiah is one who is preparated for war. I know I showed you the meaning that a Messiah is a leader or savior of a particular group or cause, but I want you to know in this day and time, a Messiah is really one who is preparated for war. Now, you're laced up with 7 weapons, okay? You got the rod, the staff, the arrow, the bow. Then you got the sword, you got the laser, and then after that, you have the hammer.
Yes, sir.
All of these are associated with how one is able to navigate through the course of this reality. So you might ask me, well, where's my shield at? I got all these. Where's my shield? No, God is your shield. Because you put on the whole armor of God, for lack of better words.
Mm-hmm.
But you put on that whole armor. You got armor from head to toe. And that's why we're the body of the Messiah collectively. Okay? So now, you got another thing that's associated with the Masons, which is the Book of Constitutions. And it's the foundation of Masonic law and principles. And it's the thing, like I keep on telling people, like, you know, any organization, group, or anything that you're associated with, it needs to be certain laws to govern or circumvent this. Now, if you go into your lessons, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I told you men and women lie and
Numbers
don't lie. And you can get these books from Amazon. This book is $13 on Amazon. This book is $21 on Amazon. You can get that. All right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me show y'all this right here, right? When you go into this, and I know you got this, go into the number. What's the 14th letter of the alphabet? It's N, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does N stand for?
What
does it stands for? Nation, right?
Yes.
So a nation is what? Men and women and children, right?
Yeah.
Nation is men, women, and children, the foundational construct from which all communities thrive. People coming together with a decree of laws to circumvent how people should conduct themselves. A nation is defined by what? 7 principles. It must have its own land. It must have its own people. It must have its own currency. It must have its own military, constitution, flag, as well as language.
Okay.
So this is also associated with Osiris because Osiris was broken into 14 pieces. So the 14th letter of the alphabet deals with nation or nation building. And nation building is what? Men, women, and children. The foundational construct from which all communities thrive. People coming together with a decree of laws.
To circumvent how people should conduct themselves.
That's the body of Osiris, the 14th letter of the alphabet. N.
Wow.
All right? Which stands for nation building. All right? Now. Okay? So moving forward, yeah, these are the secrets of the Masons that I have been sharing with you tonight. And it's not saying that we're talking about Freemasons or a fraternity or frat or a sorority. No, because what I was telling you in the beginning of this discussion, that they built pyramids long ago. They built ancient structures long ago. And when they was building these structures, they had a guild that was associated with the building the structure. It was like employment in order to get employed. All right? Yeah, for real. And also with the guild, they started to come up with philosophies with the guild. As they were building these temples and these monuments, they started coming up with different philosophies that was associated with it. So they would say this block is related to what you learning. It's like the uncarved ashlar. And when you start shaving it off, it represents the things that you're learning. And when you're able to make it smooth, you're able to set the block in a certain place and start to build the structure. This is your mind. This is the things that you learning. What you're going through. And this is how the master or the fellow craft is teaching the entered apprentice. Yo, man, don't you know the entered apprentice, like, it's like they're putting in that work. Just like we putting in that work at this point. We entered the point where you're never done apprenticeship. I'm going to keep it real.
Wow.
Don't you know they said Jesus was a carpenter, right? What if I tell you carpenter is the wrong word to use to kind of describe his employment or his employment routine? What if I tell you he was just a laborer? It would really accurately describe his job description. That means he was there to do the work. He was showing up for work. He's showing up for work. He's a laborer, like at a temp agency. When laborers come, they show up. They say, "Well, we need to go over here and do this." And God said you need to go over here and do this. And the universe said you got to go over here and do this. You got to do this. You got to do that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. It's the same way. He was a laborer, just like you are a laborer. A lot of people looking for a sign from the universe. But when the universe gives you a help wanted sign, what do you want to say then? It's work to be done. Overtime. All right? So yeah, let me continue to cook. So yeah, we are entered apprentice till we die. It's the foundation. That's a fact.
Yes.
All right. So an apprentice is a 24-inch gauge, right? The symbol measures one's actions and ensures they are moral and ethical. Yo, and this goes back to a Bible verse, which is James 1:22. It says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like a man who looks at his face in a mirror after looking at himself to go away and immediately forgets what he looks like."
Wow.
Did somebody say this is really getting good? Yo, the 24 gauge represents the entered apprentice. That's one of the tools of the entered apprentice. That's the 24 hours. Yeah, like brother said, yo, we always learning something. We always.
Yes.
All right. Yo, fellow craft, you got the square, the plum. Square represents morality, upright conduct, Bible verse. Same as the square, the compass is above. Okay, which is Proverbs 4:23. Look it up. Boom. The plum is an instrument made and used by an operative masons to raise perpendiculars. The square to square their work. All right, and the level to lay horizontals. But we, as free and accepted masons, are taught to make use of them in a more noble and glorious purposes. So, in actuality, all these tools are tools of everyday life. These are tools of life. I'm a herbal apprentice. I like that.
I like that. Me too.
We need more healers instead of killers. We need more healers. A lot of people want to be killers, sis. But we need more healers. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's continue this fire, man. Let's continue this fire real quick. So, yeah. The plum. So you think about it. Like, let me say this too. So architectural symbols. All right, the ashlar, the rough perfect, the symbol, the rough ashlar, unrefined state of a new Freemason. Perfect ashlar, progress towards self-improvement. So I kind of showed you a perfect ashlar, so you know what it represents.
Oh wow.
That's what an ashlar is. Like pretend a rock, whatever, it came from the quarry, and then somebody started making it perfect. I want you to pretend your situation is like that. Your life is like that. What you learning is like this. And it's becoming a building block of life. All right? So a master mason is the trowel symbol representing spreading brotherly love and completing the Masonic edifice. All right? And the Bible verse is 13:34. So the new commandment I give you is love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. And by this all men, I'm going to say this, and women will know that you are my disciples, or that you are students of the Messiah, if you love one another. Real simple teachings, man, of the Messiah. Okay? Real teachings. You have to use your working tools in life to
Like to
manifest
manifest.
success and to build good character. Yo, man,
Yes,
it's great to see you and the family tonight. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Throwing the
they're doing
purple
good.
hearts in the building.
Hmm.
Yo, I love this build. This was a very great build. That was the last slide. All right. So, any questions or comments? Anybody questions or comments in the Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. Any questions or comments? Also, I would like to do, if Queen, can I spend 10 more minutes and do some readings?
Sure.
Okay, if you don't got this book right now, it's called the Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right, this is the 141. This book is really insight into cardology. Okay, also the spirit of divination and magic. Okay, now in this book, it gives you ways to divinate or to connect up to higher forces, and we're going to connect up to a couple higher forces today. Now, you said I want the book. I'm ordering it now. All you have to do is look up Lazarus Lamel on Amazon. We have cards that are in here. See, what's so different about the cards? These are really stones. I'm going to tell you about my journey real quick, Sunshine. Like, I used to, instead of doing cards, how I learned how to divinate, I learned how to divinate through stones. I used to use stones to divinate. That was my journey.
Oh, wow.
I did that for 20 years. I'm gonna say over 20 years. All right. Everybody has their own little journey on this cardology situation. No problem. You good? So what happened was I ended up creating a book from it, and these are elaborate symbols. These are symbols. These aren't pictures. So that way you can, once you know the symbols, you're always able to create them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to kind of create some of the images that are on the cards. So if otherwise than that, if you're able to draw the symbols, it's kind of easier to depict them. So what I want to do is a reading tonight between the numbers between 1 and 50. Anybody can pick a number between 1 and 50. 1 through 50. All right? Excuse me. Pick a number between 1 through 50, and I'll do the first 3 people. Thank you. Thank you for your energy and your time. I'm ordering tomorrow.
Thank
11.
you.
11.
11.
All right, I'm going to do 3 people. I'm going to do 3 people today. 13, 11. Yo, 46. That's 13, 11, 46. All right, we're going to do this. All right, 34. I got the numbers. So for Sister Sunshine, this is how it goes with this, right? Normally, because you're a professional cardologist, normally for anybody that's doing the readings or whatever, they would write these symbols down on an index. They would have an index of these symbols. All right, they would have an index of these symbols, and they would start to pull these symbols theirself. Excuse me. All right, they would start to pull these symbols theirself. You know what I'm saying? Randomly. But I devised another way, because I know how to connect up with the forces. I can say pick a number between 1 through 50, because each card is on between a number 1 through 50. So I'm able to use discernment in a certain type of way. All right. So now I want y'all to think about y'all question. Okay? That's all y'all got to do. Think about your question. Don't tell me your question at all. Do not tell me your question at all. Just think about the matter, whatever the question is. All right? And I want you to have it clear in your head. Once you have it clear in your head, just say, yes, the question is clear in my head. And make it about the matter. Like whatever about. It can be whatever, any destiny situation about whatever matter. All right? All right. Make it about the matter. When you got it, I'm gonna do your reading real quick. All right. And I kind of wanted to do this for a lot of the people that do cardology, because this is kind of a different system. Okay. So once you got it, just say yes. I got my question, and then I'll do something for your question. And Thea, can you pick 111? You can read. You can read for me, please.
Okay.
We're gonna take
Read
turns. So you gotta read. You gotta read 111.
111.
Yeah. It's actually Nazuf. It's Nazuf. It's on Codex 42. It's on page Codex 42.
Yeah, I
All
got
right, Remy has hers. I'm gonna do her too. So you're gonna read Brother Hilton. Yo, shout out to my brother Excel, bro. Shout out to Masayako All Star, man. Masayako All Star in the building, man. Shout
Okay.
out to all the All Stars.
So
All
there
right.
was, I'm sorry. There was
Yeah,
11, 13,
yeah,
34, and
I'm
46.
gonna do Sister Remy and Yada, but do Brother Hilton for a minute, or Hilton Live Paranormal Views. Do 11
Okay.
for him.
Now? No.
No, actually no, because he didn't put yes in the comment sections.
Okay.
Shout out to Tora Madonna. I see all the All Stars coming in. All right, he said yes, he has his
Okay.
question, so now you can do it.
Okay.
All right.
It's Nasuk reversed. Unlocking paths beyond obstacles. If you find yourself entangled in perceived blockages, Nasuk reverse invites introspection. Begin by acknowledging the need for clarity within yourself. Face, admit, and realize the roots of these impediments. Rather than turning to external sources, embark on a journey of silent self-discovery. Look inward to reconnect with the energy of your purpose and progress. Take a moment to assess any area of your life that appears blocked, recognizing it as an opportunity for reconsideration. The outer challenges you encounter may be a reflection of internal issues you've been reluctant to acknowledge. Avoid projecting false impressions about yourself. Instead, confront the driving force behind past habits that contribute to these barriers. In the realm of the spirit, every obstacle presents a chance for renewal. Embrace the understanding that in the life of the spirit, you are always at the beginning. To navigate through these reverse energies, focus on authenticity, self-reflection, breaking free from old patterns. Approach each perceived obstacle as an opportunity for inner growth, and you'll find the keys to unlocking new paths and overcoming challenges.
All right. That was cool. So unlocking paths beyond obstacles. Okay. Also think about this as blockages. You find yourself entangled in blockages or whatever. That's the Nazuf reverse. Don't worry about it. Just take time to reflect on itself. It said, don't go to outside sources, including me. Even though I'm giving you this advice, go within yourself and reflect, and you'll find those answers, man. Thank you. No problem. No problem, bro. I got you, bro. We'll do the next person. You can go to Sister Remy, and then we're going to do Sister Yada. Remy picked 46, so you can go to 146. Read that, please.
Okay. All right. 146. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Bad reverse.
Bad
The gateway,
reverse.
the place of non-action. A quickening of your development is indicated here. Know that even when the growth process accelerates, you will have the reason to halt along the way. Remember the old, integrate the new. Take advantage of these halts. If you're undergoing difficulties, remember the quality of your own passage depends upon your attitude. Be certain that you are not suffering over your own suffering. Wow. Drawing bad reverse demands contemplation on your part. Hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets. For the probability is that you will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those you're attempting to resolve. Impulses must be tempered by start for correct procedure. Do not attempt to go beyond where you haven't begun. Be still, collect yourself, and wait on the will of heaven.
Hey
Okay.
yo, this is a place of non-action. You know, when I feel this symbol, yo man, it's like somebody pressure me to make a decision, and I don't want to make that decision. Let me keep it real. Like somebody pressure me to make a decision, a quick decision, and I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? This is a very very important symbol. It's just about just step back, contemplate, and reflect. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And don't act too quick. You know what I'm saying? Take your time with the decision. So that's why it's non-action.
Mhm.
Now go to Sister Yada. You still in the building?
Yeah, she's number 13.
We'll do some other people too because it's getting live up in here. Share the video. Yo, share the video. Like the video. Thumbs up, please. I appreciate that. And the queen appreciate it. Yada, you still in the building? Let me know. And we'll do that. If not, we'll do somebody else that pick a number between 1 and 50. You can pick a number between 1 and 50. We'll do some readings tonight. And we're doing this from the Introduction to Magic and Divination. No problem.
I'm a Taurus.
Shout out to Tauruses. Yada says she's in the building. Pick
Okay.
go 113 for her.
Okay. So yours is Rawu, signals, messages.
Hold up, stop. Yo, Yada, when you think of your question, so that way the spirit can connect, I want you to think of about your question, like about whatever it is. About whatever you just said. About such and such. About whatever. I want you to think about it and focus on it. All right? And let's see if it makes a connection. Let's go. Continue. Start from the beginning,
Okay.
please.
Rawu, signals, messages. The gateway to self-transformation. This marks an initiation to the cycle of self-transformation, the first of 13 symbols unraveling the mechanisms of self-change. The resounding theme is receiving, be it messages, gifts, or timely warnings. The messenger bearing sacred knowledge is a true blessing. Life unfolds, birthing a new beginning, weaving surprising linkages that direct us toward growth amid pains. Heightened awareness during encounters with a wiser or subtler souls. A sense of familiarity and solidarity blossoms with this symbol. Delving into the mystical, we encounter the Most High, the Source, who crafted both agreeable and disagreeable energies. The disagreeable, a jinn or demon, an arch, thief from the time of Solomon, a deceptive shadow of forces. Beware of his guise of agreeability. This symbol prompts the integration, of unconscious motives with conscious recognition. It signals the union with the divine, urging you to explore life's foundations and experience the wellspring within your nature. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and transformation.
All right, so Raul is really the number 13 or what you pick. It's really about something, a message coming to you. like some form of signal or message. Now it could be signs or whatever coming to you, or whatever it's signaling you in something,
And
telling you
beware.
something. But it's telling you to beware of a trickster
Yeah.
in your midst, in a sense, because sometimes you can be getting a wrong message and you thinking you're getting a right message. All right. So it also was talking about how really delving into the mystical, we encounter the Most High, but we also counter a new beginning within ourselves. All right. And so we got to watch certain things because we become vulnerable. Like, let's say we on a journey. When you on a journey, you walk in the path, you got bandits on the path that would try to rob you and take you off the path. So, hopefully, because you're at the gateway of self-transformation. I'm just at the gateway. Okay? So this deals with the mechanism of self-change. Okay? And it unravels self-change within. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this book is really good. You can. I know we're doing readings tonight, King, but throughout your day, when you're seeing numbers, or if when you have questions, me personally, I take this book when I have questions. I think of a number and then I go to it. So this is something that you can use on a daily basis. Just a tool, another tool for us messiahs that we can use on a daily basis to help guide us. Reflecting when you see numbers or when you have questions. I just wanted to add that. Hi, Candace. How you doing?
Shout out to Candace. Shout out. It's nice to see the All-Stars returning. Shout out to all the All-Stars, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it resonated. Oh man, I really want to do Sunshine. This is my favorite person.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why she's my favorite person, real quick. Because she does the mathematics every day. I follow
she sure
her
does. I see her.
I
Shout
follow
out.
her on TikTok.
Me too. I see you.
Yeah,
I see you,
I follow
Sunshine.
Sunshine on TikTok, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, man. She faithfully, Sunshine faithfully, thank you, Candace. Sunshine faithfully does the mathematics, yo.
She sure
And she be
does.
like, peace, peace. She be like, peace, peace, y'all. Don't let me do my inner sunshine. Peace, peace, y'all. Today's mathematics is such and such, such and
She
such.
does. She gives it. She definitely gives it out. Yes, we
Shout out
appreciate
to
it.
Sunshine, and I would love for you to be my guest, man. Please be my guest. Nice to meet your queen. That's what's
Nice
up.
to meet you as well. Thank you,
Yo,
Candace.
Yeah, Candace is an all-star. She's been supporting me for over 5 years. Yeah, I'm gonna give shout out. Thank you, man. I really, I would love to. I definitely, she is a live wire. I gotta get her on the show. Yo, she is a live wire, and she knows her stuff. She really knows her stuff. Yeah, she did the number 19. Now, since you giving me the honor to do a reading for you, since you always doing readings for other people and sharing your energy with the world, I would like to share my energy with you, Sister Sunshine. Yo, and this Gary go hard. So you know which verse to find for her, right?
Yes, you gonna read it?
No. I want you to read it, but before I'm gonna just elaborate on the number that she picked.
Okay.
So that number 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10, right? Since she like mathematics, 1 plus 9 equals 10, which equals 1, right? But 19 times 19 equals 361, right?
Right.
And 361 equals what? 1.
361.
Oh, you just sitting here like,
Wow.
let me use my toes or something. 361.
361. Okay. Yes, 1.
19 plus 19. Yes, come on. She loves mathematics.
No,
I'm gonna mess with her.
Uh-huh.
Let's get her.
Okay.
Look at this. 19 plus 1 equals 10. 10 plus 0 equals 1. All right. Now, 19 times 19 equals 361.
61.
Now, 3 plus 6 plus 1 equals 10. 10
That's
equals
fact.
1.
That's fact.
So I can go on your number 19, but I'm gonna go on that number 1 first, because the
Okay.
number 1 represents the journey. It represents the right foot of the Messiah. It represents you taking a step within yourself. All right? At this portion, and I hope your question is clear as well, because it needs to be about the matter. It needs to be about whatever it is. Put that in your head for what I'm about to say to you, sis. About this, about whatever, about whatever. The first thing is the 1, because you taking that journey and that step within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it represents movement or progression. All right. That number 19, how many degrees in a circle? For everybody in the chat, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. How many degrees in a circle? Put it in the chat. How many degrees in a circle? Y'all should come up with this same equation. How many degrees in a circle, y'all? This is the Messiah code. How many degrees in a circle?
361.
She put the eyes up. No, it's 361, sis. It's 360. It's 361.
361. Thank you, Yada.
Yo, check this. For now on, Sunshine. For now on, Candace. At least y'all not worrying about coming up and saying the answer. I didn't try to trick y'all neither. I didn't try to trick y'all by asking y'all how many degrees in a circle. But outside of the cipher is 360. But when you're inside the cipher, that's 361. Because they forget the 1 dot that is in the middle. They forgot the dot that stands in the middle of the circle. The dot that's in the middle of the circle. That's the 1 degree that they forgot, which is 19 times 19, sis. The number that you pick.
Deep.
All right. So, and what goes deep with it is this. Now, they call this the galactical hero in the Messiah because it represents the left shoulder of the Messiah. All right. It also is symbolic of the pentagram in our symbols. All right. Or the house upside down, the universal house. Okay. But let's go more and talk about this. And I hope your question is still in your head. Keep your question clear. Start to read, please. Landed just in time. 119.
119.
Yes.
Okay.
Read 119 from the book.
Okay, so is it pronounced Sarun?
It's called Sarun.
Sarun.
The secret. It's about the secret.
Okay.
Whatever she's got going on, it's about a secret matter.
Ooh, okay. All right.
It's about
Sarun.
some secrets or some secret.
Okay.
Thing going on.
Sarun. The secret matter of something, a hidden initiation. This is the mystic symbol that which is beyond our frail manipulative powers. This symbol is on the side of heaven, the unknowable, and has associations with the phoenix, the mystical bird that consumes itself in the fire, and then rises from its own ashes. Its ways, secret and hidden. Deep inner transformation forces are at work here. What is achieved is not easily or readily shared, and integrity is involved that may be a masked secret. On the side of the earthly, the worldly, there may well be surprises. Unexpected gains are not unlikely. On the side of human nature, this symbol is represented by the flight eagle soaring in flight-free entanglement. Lift yourself above the endless declines and flow of ordinary life to acquire broader vision. This is indicated here is the symbol of quest. Another of the cycles of self-transformation, this symbol has an intense aspect of initiation. Nothing external matters here, except as it shows its inner reflection. This symbol is concerned with the deepest layer of our being, with the bedrock on which your destiny is founded. For some, Sarun means experiencing a psychic death, If need, let go of everything. No exceptions, no exclusions. Nothing less than a renewal of the spirit is at stake. Wow.
Yeah, Saturn, man. So I love that symbol. I really love that symbol. So Saturn is the secret matter, something a hidden initiation. Okay. The mystic symbol is beyond our powers to manipulate, because it's the universe moving us in a certain type of way. Okay. So this symbol is on the side of heaven, the unknowable, as well as, excuse me, it's on the side of heaven, the unknowable, and it also associates with what? That which rises from the phoenix, from the
Mm-hmm.
ashes. All right. So like you take a loss or you go through some situation or whatever man, sometimes these things is meant for us to go through. But in actuality, it's a secret initiation. I think life is an initiation, sis. I think it's a grand initiation, if you want me to be honest. But it's telling you that you're going through some form of initiation.
Mm.
All right? And when you go through initiation, it's like you learn something over and over again. That's why I'm glad that you said you're going to go grab the book. Because when you go grab the book, you're going to add it to what you already know. But you're going to be starting from the beginning again. All right? And it's like you'll master another power of divination. Okay? So it talks about surprises happening. Okay? Unexpected. The flight of the eagle as well. It also talks about how nothing external really matters. And that's really deep. Because we are our worst critics at times. Let me keep it real. We are our worst critics at times, but we are our best motivators as well. Okay? We are our best motivators. You know, it's an eye that represents this symbol, and it also represents looking within. Okay? That definitely feels good. All right, so yeah. I know we went off on a tangent. Anybody else got any questions or comments before we continue or get off the broadcast? Anybody else got any questions? Yo, this was fun. Yo, shout out to the Messiahs. No problem, sis. I got your back. Order the book. It's $13 on Amazon. If you got the Prime, you know the time. When will you be back? We doing this every Sunday at 7.
Yes.
Every Sunday, the Queen, she put me on a schedule, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
7.
I got it. It'll
Sunday
be here
at
Wednesday. Shut, man.
You said when? Oh, she got the book.
She said,
She
I got it. It's going to be here Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Shush the shush.
Yes.
That's right up her alley. She going to kick somebody's ass with that book. I think she's going to do that book better than me. For real, because it's not like something that it's like, some people like doing things, and I think she just something maybe that she likes to do. It's not something I like to do anymore. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really like to do the knowledge thing rather than the readings, because some people got bad energy, sis. And I don't be like giving my energy to a lot of people, yo. Yo, Candace, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people got bad energy, yo. And I'm like, man, they coming for the wrong reason. But they want me to give them the answer instead of guidance. Like, how is that? I give you a light so you can know which way is north. Just like Polaris. You know which way is north. I give you a light. And it's up to you to find your way. I'm not going to do all that other stuff. It's not meant for you to do it all neither. And when y'all feel somebody tugging on you that way too hard, it's time to let go. You know what I'm saying? It's time to let that baby walk. You know what I'm saying? That baby was holding on to the couch too long. Let that baby walk. You know what I'm saying? Some things we're afraid of ourselves that we got to let go. And we'll really truly take ourselves to the next level. I ain't gonna hold you. That's real. Any other comments before we get off? Any other comments before we get off, yo? Yo, thumb up the video, please. It helps my algorithm. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to get paid off of YouTube, y'all. For real. I want to do this for a living. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to just do this for a hobby. I want to do this for a living. I don't want to just have to work every day. I want to give y'all that work. I want to give y'all that work. Thumbs up the video. Share it. It really helps me out. It helps out the family, yo. Yo, I'm coming to the meeting next week. Hopefully you're on this 90-day water cleanse. You can pick up a book too, Candace.
Yeah.
Get this book, Candace. This is the revenge body. You've been down with the water cleanse before. It's time to get back with it again. You know what I'm saying? This time you can get your revenge. You can get your revenge. Yo, word, y'all can get your revenge. Seriously, yo. I got something I'm gonna go out with. Hopefully y'all like this. Yo, Excel, man, you my bro, man. Messiah Cole All-Star. He been
That's what I'm
supporting.
saying. Thank you. I carry my book to work with me.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Oh, shit. People got the book and I don't even know it.
Thank you all.
Shout out
That's
to
what I'm saying.
Excel. That's my bro. He been repping the crew for over 5 years. He been repping the family for over 5 years. And what I want to say is
All-Star.
All-Star. Candace, man. Yo, man. Who else in here, yo? I got something for y'all to listen to real quick, yo. Tell me what y'all think about this. Yo, I got it. It's on Amazon. I got it. Shout out to Candace kicking. She's kicking ass right now. She's kicking somebody's ass right now. Shout out. Get your revenge. Get your revenge, body. I ain't gonna hold you. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this song, man, before I get off.
Well, before you do that, King, I just
Yes.
want to thank you. It's been a great build. Really great build tonight. We had also with the PowerPoint that you showed us as well. Let everybody know that, you know, like you said, it's not just about it's not just about the number. You can look at these numbers as every day when you go into the book, but it's about breaking the codes. And tonight, I think you did a great job breaking some of those codes, King. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Brian Ross, man. He's been holding it down. He's been holding down. Yo, man, he's been with me. I'm going to say he's been with me for about 8 years. Brian Ross.
Thank you, King.
He's been rocking out with me 8 years.
Every Sunday at 7, we're here.
Every Sunday at 7. The queen, she put me on the schedule, y'all. The boss she put me to work. Y'all wonder why I'm showing up at 7 on time. Because she told me I better be on broadcast at 7. I ain't gonna hold you. Happy wife, happy life. So, shoosh, yeah. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke at all. I'll be here at 7 every Sunday, and we'll talk about something different.
Yeah.
We're talking about something different every time. But
Oh,
yo,
you guys, they can let them know they can join the chat that we have, the Messiah Code,
oh yeah,
Messiah
yeah, yeah,
Bookshelf.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'll put y'all. Anybody on Facebook, we got a chat. Messiah's Bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you would like to be my guest, or if you selling anything,
Yes.
I would like to promote what you're selling. I would like to promote whatever you got going on. So anybody in here, just let me know. Also, let me say this. Music. I want to pump y'all music. I know y'all got music. I want to pump y'all music, okay? Because every hero needs some band music. Every hero got some band. Yo, tell me what y'all think about this song before we get off. And that's it. It's going to be on Amazon. It's not public. I mean, on Spotify. It's not published yet. All right.
Okay.
Tell me what y'all think about this song real quick.
Yeah. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Yeah. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Hey yo, don't sell your soul. I can't sell my soul, cause I shine like gold. On the information highway and I missed the toll. I'm about to reach my goal. I turned up the hustle. I burned up the struggle. I put them in the muzzle. No taxes, but I paid my dues. Practice on the way to school. Walking on the cactus like I act a fool. Injured from the wars, I was giving them pain. Cause you only got one man in this video game. Let's go. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul.
Shout out to the Messiahs.
I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. Right. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul.
I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Come on, y'all. Y'all can sing it right there. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul.
Okay. Hopefully they left with something tonight.
Yo, check my music out on Spotify, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all can listen to all the tribal music, all the knowledge stuff, yo. All right. I love y'all, man. Candace, thank you for making your return. I really appreciate you, man. It's nice to see you healthy and looking lovely. Hopefully you still look like your profile picture. Hopefully you still look like your profile picture right here. But I'm saying you looking nice. Shout out. Shout out to Tora Madonna, man. Messiah
Tora.
Cole All-Star. Man, that's my home girl from way back. I want to say, man, thank you. Man, I'm old now, bro. I think it's a little over 8 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's over 8 years we've been knowing each other, man. Yo, I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing.
Don't sell your soul.
I'd rather leave with something than leave with nothing. Don't sell your soul. I love having fun, man. And when you release that, when you have that freedom inside yourself, it's no shyness, it's no nothing, man. You have peace, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. You have that real peace inside you, man, that you can truly let go of things. You know? But we're gonna get off this broadcast. For all the all-stars, I wanna say thank you for y'all time. If I can pay y'all for y'all time, I would pay y'all for coming here. All right. But hopefully y'all got these jewels and it's knowledge and it's worth something to you. You can sell your soul. You really can sell your soul. Yeah, you can sell it. Oh my God. Anything else? Y'all have a good time. Y'all have a good night, man. It was a blessing to have y'all, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, share the video, get the books from Amazon, yo. Just look up Lazarus Lamel. You'll find the books on Amazon, all right? Otherwise than that, yo, kum and salutations to the primes. Peace to all the all-stars. You know who you are. Shout out to all the messiahs. Make sure you get this book. All right, cool. Y'all have a blessed night.